Hello everyone, I'm Juan and welcome to this week's video. Today I'm going to show you how to use trig identities. So let's get started. So basically, trig identities are just those formulas that you have in the back of your textbook or that you can find online, and they're helpful because you're going to find them in a huge variety of problems, going from physics to anything. Sometimes, to make sure that you know how to use trig identities, you're going to be asked to show that in an expression, your left hand is equal to your right hand. Here, we have to prove that our left hand is equal to our right hand. So we can transform both sides to make sure that both are equal to each other. Here, for example, we're going to leave our tangent the same. So tangent of theta times the cotangent of theta. If you look it up, you're going to know that cotangent of theta is equal to 1 over the tangent of theta. So this is equal to 1 over the tangent of theta minus the sine squared of theta. So tangent with tangent are going to cancel each other out, and we end up with 1 minus sine squared of theta. And we know that the cosine squared plus the sine squared is equal to 1. It would make sense that 1 minus sine squared of theta would be equal to cosine squared of theta. And therefore, we just proved that our left hand is equal to our right hand. Now, for our second example, I have this expression. Personally, and as a pro tip that I would like to give you, is whatever you have, always convert it in terms of sine and cosine so you know what you have to work with. In our left hand, we have cosecant of theta minus sine of theta. And in our right hand, we have cosine theta times cotangent of theta. Let's convert here everything in terms of sine and cosine. So cosecant of theta is equal to 1 over sine of theta, 1 over sine of theta, minus sine of theta. Now this is a fraction. If we want to add them together, we have to find the common denominator. So it would be sine of theta. And in the top we would have 1 minus sine squared of theta. This is imagining we have this over 1. So the common denominator would be sine of theta. 1 over sine of theta wouldn't change. In this sine of theta, we would have to multiply with another sine of theta. And finally, we know that 1 minus sine of theta is equal to cosine squared of theta. So we have cosine squared of theta divided by sine of theta. Now let's see what we need from here to get here. So we need a cosine. So let's take one of these cosines and leave it out. So this would be a cosine of theta times a cosine of theta over sine of theta. So we already have this cosine of theta. Now we're missing the cotangent of theta. Now the cotangent of theta is equal to cosine of theta over sine of theta. So here we have cosine of theta times the cotangent of theta. And we just proved that our left hand is equal to our right hand. So that was it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't yet. And please tell all your friends about it if you found it helpful. And I'll see you all in my next week's video. Bye.
Don't worry, be happy.